crypto will back, and for my opinion, it's just a matter of time. Everything, whatever we build around the crypto is getting more used, liking it, and etc. So for me, it's just inevitable, and everything comes to the time. So in today's episode, I'll try to understand by price action, do we actually see some reversal, bottoming, or something like that? Because it's always juicy to enter in that bottom to take all of this movement. So in today's episode, let's try to do so. So today I'm gonna bring the Ethereum chart. Also, we're gonna talk about the big boy Bitcoin. But first of all, I like the Ethereum because structurally it looks and giving us way more interesting picture over here. So basically what we're talking about here is that after the ABC, every kind of ABC, like here, A, B, and C, after the correction begins some kind of new impulse, if the impulse will start. So it looks like this, like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I want to see on the smaller time frame beginning of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with aligned conditions inside, and that will give you more kind of confidence that yes, reversal is happening. So now let's dive into the smaller time frame, and do we actually see those, and what I like in current situation, what I dislike over here, right? So basically when we talk about the targets for wave C and everything, it looks like very great targets, like we're reaching pretty deep corrections, even though we saw the bottom could happen even way earlier than it is right now, but still the targets for wave C over here is enough. So now we talk about what is going on exactly over here. So do we see here the beginning of the impulse? So currently some partly yes, I would say, because this looks like wave 1, 2, like for example 3, 4, and 5. Here's some kind of correctional structure, and this is the continuation, wave 1, 2, and basically the continuation of the uptrend. It looks like this, but here I have some doubts about that, because the structurally still it is not so beautiful, because I don't like after this movement over here that we have a really great breakout of the strong resistance. We basically came back at really quickly, but again by Elliot's waves I can break down it, because if we talk about, look at that, if that's the wave 1, right, here's like wave 1 over here, this is wave 2 over here, then this is the major wave 3 on the high time frame, right? So the wave 3 also has a 5 impulsive wave structure. So basically, like this is more properly, sorry, like this, wave 1, 2, and 3. So third wave is impulsive wave, which has a 5 impulsive wave structure. So basically this wave, the third one, we can break down it on the sub wave. So if we look at this picture like that, here's like wave 1, here's the wave 2, and now is wave 3, right? Something like that, which forms like something such kind of structure. So looks like why not, right? It is pretty good. But if we look at a little bit closer, I want to that reversal happens exactly now, right? Because if the price, let me delay that, we don't need it. If the price gonna go even lower and gonna deeper ones inside, right? This scenario gonna be invalidated, and the scenarios of the continuation of the uptrend will be a little bit shaky one, right? So basically, I would say like we met extreme numbers for this second wave, extreme numbers for correctioning, and from here I would like to see the continuation of the uptrend if we talk about the reversal, right? If the price currently starts to do so, which is actually looks like it's bottoming out right over here, but still everything is probabilistic, it is not panacea, and market can do anything. You can observe it by your eyes also, like this price action which one I'm putting right now in waves I'm putting over here, it's anytime can be ruined with just one candle, right? So this is why we're using the proper risk management before we enter position, and any analysis is just a probabilistic. It is not considered to be like kind of for sure stuff and 100% stuff, right? So yeah, the current situation over here looks like the extreme numbers, because if we take a Fibonacci and put on the beginning and the end of this impulse over here and do like this, right? This is how we're measuring the second wave. So if we talk about like it doesn't work that. All right, whatever. Let's do like that. If we talk about impulse correction, right? And then continuation of the impulse, then we want to see that correction, this one, which one we having right now, to bounce from here to here, like from 0.3 to 0.6. And extreme numbers is 0.7, like once per 7 scenarios, right? It happens that it touched the 0.7 target. So we went a little bit deeper than expected already, right? And basically still have some space, but it's already like signaling like it's okay, but not okay, like something like that, right? So this is why I'm kind of in a both sides. It's like looks like the like we are in the middle, right? So I'm just giving it time, some time for the market, and let's see how it's gonna play out. So basically, yeah, all eyes on Ethereum, because Ethereum forms this type of really great structure. Because overview, if we look at that, right? If we ignore this last dump over here, overview, it looks really good, right? Why not to count it like an impulse correction and continuation of the impulse? But if we talk about the Bitcoin, here's the picture looks completely different, because this structure looks like very ugly. Like very ugly. I cannot break down it by waves. So if I cannot break down by waves, I basically observe that, but I don't trade it. I definitely not gonna long the Bitcoin over here. But look at that. If we look at on the smaller time frame, I cannot put like beginning of like 1, 2, 3, like something like that. You know, like I cannot do the Elliot's wave here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cannot do it. So this looks like correctional structure, some kind of, right, and requires like. Looks like it's this choppy price action over here. But yeah, I mean, actually Bitcoin is not kind of confirmation for the Ethereum, right? It is not true. Like price action can do anything, and the reversal can happen very silently and with ugly structure also. So this is why, like, I mean, yeah, this is one of the things what I keep in mind, that the Bitcoin is not forming that type of beautiful structure as Ethereum did, right? But if we look at back in the days of the Bitcoin, how beautifully we started over here, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, beginning of the impulse in 2022. We cannot be so proud about Ethereum because there wasn't the case here. There definitely wasn't the case. Look at that, like the picture was very ugly, right? From here, there was not 5 impulsive wave structure, and even we didn't retest here. The Bitcoin was retesting those lows, and Ethereum didn't. So basically, we have such kind of ugly structure. But still, look at that, the reversal happened. So I mean, we cannot a massive reversal, right? Because from 800 towards 5K, that's a lot of really good impulse we can count at. So that's why, like, the Bitcoin is signaling a little bit different, Ethereum is signaling a little different, but still impulse is impulse, and we cannot not recognize that. So overview, like we cannot be so confident the reversal is happening, but something is definitely stopping. The price is stopping on the Bitcoin also, and Ethereum also. Another case, what I want to really quick break down is higher time frame. Like if we talk about the Bitcoin on the higher time frame, right? Looks like also ABC over here is pretty finished, like 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, like something like that, and requires continuation of uptrend. But again, like if we talk about the wave 2 on the global scenario over here, like this is wave 1 and this is wave 2, and this is what I believe, and I basically traded. I think the third wave is about to come, the real bull market, right? The second wave is very shaky one and can do like massive manipulation over here, and the Bitcoin can requires like one more massive lag and after real quick comeback, like something like that. Like this is everything is speculation, right? It's just my opinion. So I'm just keep in mind that scenario that is possible, and keep in mind it's just helping me to position myself always properly, and always having the idea that any analysis can ruin any time. So that's what risk management does for you. Like it is how I follow it, because I know any kind of my analysis can be ruined, and there's always alternative case, alternative price action, and etc. So even though I'm really very like kind of confident about what is going on and etc., it is not giving me the right to enter to rise my positioning side or something like that. Always the risk management is a grail of successful trading, investment, and everything whatever happens in the financial markets. This is how I think, and this is how I continue to think, and I think I'll do it forever. So if you like my analysis, if you like the way how I look at the charts, you can subscribe to the channel, press that likes, and join our Telegram channel. There I share basically all my content and all my knowledge pretty quick and basically for free. You can join it, read it, and observe my decisions on the market, and maybe you can learn it yourself. So see you next, and bye bye. Thank you.